From the sand dunes to the unbelievable sunsets, the Monahans Sandhills State Park is truly a West Texas treasure.
Although the park is currently fully funded, state leaders say it is up to us to keep the park alive. In this CBS 7 special report, Alexa Dunston takes us into the dunes and discovers why the Sandhills are a diamond in the rough.
Spend one day with Michael Smith, and it's easy to see how passionate he is about the Monahans Sandhills State Park.
Very, very unique and a resource to Texas. It's the only protected sand dunes in Texas.
From patrolling the roads to picking up trash, Smith is the law of the land.
I am the only law enforcement officer.
Smith says each year the dunes see little to no crime, but something as simple as throwing away your garbage can go a long way. 46,000
people a year on basically 3 picnic areas and a campground. Some people are not as respectful as we would like, and we're constantly picking up trash.
Piece by piece, Smith is preserving history. The 3,800 acres of sand dunes have been around for hundreds of years.
The dunes actually moved in after the last ice age. So the story goes that the sand was under the glaciers, and then when the glaciers melted off, all this sand blew into the Permian Basin and settled because it was a basin.
But it wasn't until the mid-50s that the Sandhills were considered protected land.
A group of local people in the community that back in 1956 that decided it was worthy of protection and got together and convinced the state that, well, first a county park actually, and then became a state park.
Nowadays, the state park draws in families from around the world.
I get people from as far as Europe. Every year I get people coming from Canada and the northern states.
I can beat you!
Generations of children and families come here to slide down the dunes on pretty much anything they can find.
The dunes have stood the test of time, visited by over 45,000 people in 2015. One of those visitors, State Representative Brooks Landgraf.
When's the last time you slid down a sand dune?
Well, it's been a while. I've had the desire to do it. I haven't. Well, past few times I've been out at the park, it's been on kind of on official business.
Some of that business included funding. Currently, the Sandhills operate on just a little more than $1 per visitor each year.
My operating budget is in the realm of about $59,000 a year, which is everything from travel to training, maintenance, fuel, every pen, paper, everything.
Landgraf says the park is fully funded, but in order to get more money, the dunes would have to bring in more people.
Most of the park funding formula is based on how many visitors the park will receive in a given period of time. So Monahans is right in there in the average with the state on that basis. So our goal is to increase the number of visitors that actually go through the gates at the Monahans Sandhills. Because that would help increase that.
Recently, Landgraf helped pass a bill that increases state park funds without raising taxes.
Well, one thing that we've done during my first term in the legislature, we actually passed a bill that was signed into law by Governor Abbott that dedicates about 94% of the state sales tax revenue that's generated from the sale of sporting goods. That's going straight to the Parks and Wildlife Department.
The state rep adds that the state park is something he'll continue to fight for.
But because it is so unique and because it's the only state park in a very broad area out here in West Texas, we want to make sure that it's getting the attention that it deserves to have from state officials.
I do what I do because I am passionate. I do love the outdoors. I love being in the outdoors and providing that sort of recreation for others.
As for Michael, he says as long as people continue to come to the Monahans State Park, he'll be there to patrol the roads.
And this little road here just goes back to our pump jack picnic area.
Pick up trash.
Some of our guests will come and they'll pick up trash that other people left.
And enjoy this West Texas treasure. In Monahans, Alexa Dunston, CBS 7 News.